So basically we will be covering messaging, how to create message based application. So let's start with various examples, and from easy to hard ones we will be using Java as our language. So let's start by making a simple hello world application using RabbitMQ. So here we will have a receiver and a message creator. So basically you have a producer. So as you know, RabbitMQ is a message broker. It is one of the most popular message broker which is open source. It can accept and forward messages. So it's you can think of this like a post office where you put the mails, and it's like a post box, and your letters are stored here, and then they are eventually delivered to the recipient. So you can think of this is an entire mailing system, postal department for your Java applications or microservices. So let's start with some of the terminology. First thing is queue. Queue is where we store the messages, and their messages are put by multiple producers. So you can think of queue is like a letterbox where multiple senders, producers, they will be sending the message. Then there is a consumer. Consumers are the receivers who will be getting the messages. So we will be creating a Java client, and we will be using various other libraries as well in this particular tutorial. So let's look into our Java code here to begin with. So first we have one file which is called send.java. These are sender or producer. So you can think of here, you have here various libraries which are being used. Then you have here a queue name which is hello, and then you have connection factory. You have here all the code which does the sending of message, and we are printing also the message, right? So basically first thing is we connect to the server. We create a connection, then we create a channel. So we are basically connecting using a socket connection to the RabbitMQ, and RabbitMQ is running locally in this case. And then next thing is, as you can see here, we have a connection factory, and we declare the queue. Here we are declaring the queue. We provide the name and various other properties as well. And this queue will be created if there is no other queue available with the same name, right? So it could be named like hello, and then there is a message which will be sent. So here you have publishing a message, and we are sending some bytes of information, correct? So let's now look into the receiver, and at the same time we have a receiver. The file is called recv java.java. Here we have same code which is creating a connection, creating a channel. So you have the channel, we have the connection, name is the same, hello, because we have to pick up the same message. And then we declare the queue. Okay, so we open a connection, we create a channel, we are going to consume the message which is sent by our sender. So we have to do wait, right? So we declare the queue because we have to start consuming the message, right? So you should do this before we have sent the message. So then there is another function which is called deliver. So here there should be another some callback would be required here. Yeah, so here you have the deliver callback. And in this deliver callback, you will get the control once the message is received, and then this particular code will be executed. Correct? So this is the entire file Java code. So let's first compile this code. So let me go to the current directory, which is the RabbitMQ tutorial. Then it is cd Java. Then we have within this all the files. So let me confirm this. Yes, you have our receiver and sender here as well. And to compile, we will use java minus cp dot. We have to put various jars. So that all our library. Okay, so just let me come back again. So to compile, I have to use Java compiler minus class path. I have to provide a ABQP, AMQP. That's the name of the protocol. Then this is client version dot jar. Then I have to compile the send.java and recv.java. So Java C is not found because we may not have here Java installed. Okay. So what we need to do is we should get SDK list Java. So if SDK man is there, we can install it, or I can install using dev configuration. So here code space, and here I can say dev containers, add dev configuration file, modify your active configuration. In this I will add Java via SDK man. Then I have this Java. Then configure options within the Java. I may want Maven, Gradle, etc. So let me just skip this for the time being. I want the Java version. Java version should be 11. Then or 17. I use the provider, which is Microsoft. Then Gradle version I can skip. I can use the default. Maven also default, and also default. Groovy also. So these are the. Okay, I don't need these right now, so I'll remove them. So this is my Devcontainer configuration. So only thing is here I have to remove, because this is the last okay, it's asking me set on container create. Okay, so here I have an extension here, so you can put an extension detail here. So this extension has a URL which we have to put extension pack for Java, and this extension pack for Java should have an ID which I have to include in my configuration. So next time when it gets restarted, we have this extension already available. Okay, so to fix this, let me show another way. Okay, so here let's ignore for the time being this extension. I close this. We don't need any extension, so right now we just have these many things. So get the Java development kit. So here, okay, it is taking you to another website. Okay, not required here. So now we have saved this configuration. We'll say reload dev container. So we have done this. So we say reload. There is a different way. Rebuild container. So yeah, rebuild was the better word, which I should have searched for. Okay. So I would just do the reload so that I get the Java version 17 and I can run the code. So it's rebuilding. Taking some time. I have used a lighter image of Codespace. Probably a faster one would have been better. So it should take less than few minutes. So yesterday I tried other containers as well. So the maximum flexibility which we get is with the Codespaces. I tried Gitpod also. Gitpod also takes a lot of time to get configured. So This is now ready. So now let me run my commands again because I was going through the tutorial and was planning to compile the code. So again, let's check whether Java is installed. So you see here Java version is installed. Now I'll use the Java compiler class path, my jar for the client. This is the compile time dependency. We have some runtime dependency as well. Yes. We have to go to the directory. So the directory here is cd java, and then we have to give the same command. Okay. So let me think about creating a Java project because it is not having this library in the current path. So in the source code also, I don't see the library. And there should be a lib folder where you have the library. So you have the bin folder, but you don't have anything within Java which can there's a recompile script which recompiles everything. So if I try this, let's see. Same here, the library is not there, so it's unable to find. So the way I can do is I have Maven. So create Java project. But before creating the Java project, we should get the Java extension pack. So let's get the Java extension pack. Language support for Java. So here I would say Java extension pack for Java, and this is already installed, so that's good. Now what I can do is I can say a Java project, new, I should see Java project. Create Java project and create, I will use the kickstart. So latest version of quick start. Let me call this, yeah, example, artifact ID demo, that's fine. And this is the workspace RabbitMQ and then Java as well, so that the pom.xml is generated inside it. So the version, I'll keep it 1.0 snapshot. Confirm property, yes. And then this is completely created. So there is a folder called demo within that pom, and then there is a src main, and there are various files which have been created. So I don't need the app dot Java as well as these test code, so I can delete them, and I will put send and receive files here. Okay. Okay, now we have this form.xml. It should define Java 17, not Java 7, and it has JUnit dependency. I don't want this JUnit dependency. So what I will do is I will go to again extensions, get the Copilot extension. So GitHub Copilot extensions there. I'll install this as well. I'll modifying the POM. I will add the compile time dependencies as well as runtime dependencies. So this should be installed. Now I go to view chat. So now we have this chat. So we have the POM. So we have please add the following compile time dependency. So here it's adding the compile time dependency. So I will take and accept this change. Great. Now we have few runtime dependencies as well. Please add the following runtime dependencies. Okay. It already added RabbitMQ client. You need in both runtime as well as you need it for compile time, and SLF for J you need for the runtime. Okay, so we don't use right now any login. Let me just double confirm. So yeah, we use only RabbitMQ. Not sure, maybe it is internally needed, but let's do this thing that let's remove this. Remove it, or I would say comment it for the time being. Okay. So that I've commented everything here. Not very sure this work. Okay, let me remove it. We'll add it again. So this looks good. So now provide command to compile my Java code. So it's as simple as doing mvn. Okay, compile. I have to go inside the, so POM must be there. We have demo Now within this we have the form, so mvn compile and we move everything inside. Okay, so Maven is not installed. Okay, so that's another problem we have to fix. But this way I will fix, this time I'll fix it faster because we have command to install Maven using SDK-man. So here I'm just asking because it should be SDK install Maven. Yes, so that's the command which I will be using, and it is installing. Then we have mvn -v. Now you have the Maven. So now our compile command will work. So mvn compile. So if the build is successful, that means we have this running. Okay. But on the other side, okay, we see some errors. Okay, this should not be runtime. It should be both compile time as well as runtime. So the second command overridden by first. This something, yeah, Copilot should understand from the context. But let me try compiling it again. So you understood the problem was first I said, okay, add compile time dependency for AMQP client. Then I said add runtime dependency, but it removed the compile time when it ran the second command. So that's interesting limitation of Copilot. Okay, now build is successful. So I should start my RabbitMQ, and then I should start my applications to work. So I will give a command to start my RabbitMQ server. So here, let me ask again the Copilot edit, provide command to start RabbitMQ server. Maybe it's running because this is a Docker container, and this will, let me check the status. Async systemctl status RabbitMQ server. So how do we start RabbitMQ server? Inside Codespace, so we have here Devcontainer. These are the ports which is to be forwarded. So there is a service. How to start RabbitMQ service in my Devcontainer. So now I am starting. Service RabbitMQ server start. Okay, it should be running inside a container. So this is an unrecognized service. How to fix? So let me check if I have the solution about how to fix this. Okay, so the Docker file looks like has not been run. So you have a Docker file here, RabbitMQ. Uh, in this, so let me update this. It's using an image. So just give me a minute. Let me find out. Hey there. Okay, so RabbitMQ server. Yes. So now I got it running. It should be just the RabbitMQ start. So now coming back So it's as simple as this with this container. So basically, what I have done is I have gone through the dev container, run the dev container of the RabbitMQ tutorial repository itself. So first thing is now my container is running. I should run. Okay, let's show what is happening here in RabbitMQ. So RabbitMQ has opened multiple ports. I think the 15672 is the port where you will see the RabbitMQ running. Yeah, RabbitMQ is running here. I can log in. So you see here. Yeah, you can ignore this. So you can see here, this is the RabbitMQ now up and running. So not too much of configuration is required. It's just a matter of running it using GitHub Codespaces on dev containers. So now let me run the receiver. Okay, it's not this one. I have this here. So coming back to a terminal, I'll say command to run receiver recv.java. Not within this, using POM. So yeah, so we have done ambient compile. Then we have to do this command about ambient execute main class. This is the class. Basically, we don't have to pass the runtime dependencies. Okay, let me come to the right folder. So now I'll run this command. So receiver. So let me verify if this path is the same. Com example dot receiver. Okay, so here we have to modify this also slightly. Package com dot example. Same line I will use here in the sender so that later I don't get a move here. We get this error. Okay, so this I'm showing step by step because resolving these errors will help you learn each and every concept which is involved. We have to do mv compile. This we did already. Then we have to run mvn execute java -d execute.main class is yes. So now it's running and it's waiting for messages. Now I'll run the receiver. So receiver is running. Now I will run the sender. So we'll use the other command. Provide command to run send.java. So this is chat with Copilot is faster because I don't have to type a lot, saving my typing, and I can just execute it in one click. So again, build failures. So I have to run mvn compile. Looks like okay. No, this is a new terminal, so I'm in the wrong directory. I'll have to go to the correct directory and now execute. Okay, so I see there is a message which is sent, and does this message got received? Let me see. So here, received hello world. I'm getting this message in the receiver. Also, if I see my RabbitMQ, you will see that there is some activity, one item, one. So let's see the queue, which is hello queue. Hello queue is here, and in the hello queue, in last few minutes, there were some messages, and yeah, you can see here there was a consumer, and we can see that there are uh, message which has been transferred using this messaging message broker. So this is all about the tutorial of how to run RabbitMQ in GitHub Codespaces. So just to recap quickly before we close. So what I did is I went to the Git repository, RabbitMQ tutorial. This repository is already GitHub Codespace enabled because it has this folder Devcontainer. So now I'll put another session somewhere how to enable GitHub Codespaces in your repository. So definitely it reduces the barrier to entry for contributing to open source project. Great feature because you get the entire Visual Studio environment configured. So you have to go to the code and code spaces, run the code space, So once you run the code space, what you get in your browser is the entire Visual Studio environment with the code synced up into the code space environment. So what you have to do is you have to just compile it and run it. So we did the Java tutorial where we looked into receiver and sender. These are the two classes. So receiver is supposed to receive the message from a queue which is called hello. So we registered the queue here. We declared the queue first here in the receiver. He also have a callback method where once the message is received, some action could be taken. Here we are just printing the message to console for simplicity. And then we had the sender. We went one step ahead, is rather than compiling it using class path on the command line, I showed you how to build a Maven project in Visual Studio. So that's very convenient to run it. We also learned about how to use Copilot, GitHub Copilot, to do a lot of auto completion, fast execution of various commands. Then we started a RabbitMQ server by giving the command RabbitMQ start, and then RabbitMQ server was running, and then we can monitor the queues and we can see the messages which were sent maybe in some time frame, say for example last hour. We can configure this to show messages of the entire 1 hour. So you see here there is a message, one message was sent. You can look into the details about the messages, and this is good console for monitoring your queue. And then we saw that this message was also received and processed by the receiver, and this completed the RabbitMQ tutorial. Thank you. So like and subscribe to this channel for more such videos about latest technologies. And also, if you have any queries, share in the comments. Let me just check if there is any comments posted by any viewers. I will put the details about the repository in the chat and in the description so that you can get the steps to execute it. Thank you. So see you